I'm gonna come and check the stats. See how many we got. Okay, so far only 7 have responded, and we all said number 1. Okay, everybody said number 1. So that is unanimous.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be doing the Southern Fried Ticket first. Okay, very good. Okay. All right, so let me get it started by introducing to those who may not have ever used this product. This is chicken. All right, it is made to taste kind of like a chicken, light chicken flavor. It is completely vegan now. This used to have egg and milk in it, and now it is completely vegan. Flip it over. There's big words engraved right here. It says "Stay vegan." I think it's come backwards on my phone, but all right, these are the southern. I mean, this is the chickette, and what you have to do is thaw it out, and you have to cut it open. I'm going to show you all the steps for this. All right, I'm going to play a little music while I do a little bit of it. Okay, so you have to cut open the ends and tear it in nice big chunks that resemble pieces that you might get of real chicken. I've never eaten chicken before, so just so you know, it's all a thought of what I smell when I walk into a restaurant that smells like chicken. I'm guessing. Then we have people who have tasted it that have eaten chicken before, and they love it. They absolutely love it. All right, so keep watching. By the way, the chickette comes frozen, so you really have to thaw it out in the refrigerator for some time. The other thing is, nobody wants those circles with me, so you just stay there. Alrighty. So we're gonna marinate this, and the recipe calls for 2 rolls of chicken. So I'm gonna try to cut that in half by adding lemon juice as a marinade.
Sister Margie, can I make an observation that we're seeing your hand, but we're not, I guess, seeing all of you. I can see the ingredients up on the table.
Okay, right now the food is important. I'll put it back
Okay.
on there in 2 minutes, okay?
Yeah, good.
Got a half cup of lemon juice. And a quarter cup, this is a brag, liquid amino, which takes the place of soy sauce. However, there are types of soy sauce that have no soy. So if you're interested in the soy sauce with no soy, okay, this is a soy sauce. It's called, it is coconut based soy sauce. There is no soy. Okay, the coconut amine. It's like the liquid aminos by Bragg. It's less familiar. But they do taste very similar. So you cannot have soy. Go to this particular one. All right. So we put our lemon juice in. We're gonna put in 1/4 cup of the liquid aminos. And it's good to put it in a bowl that has a lid on it. I'm gonna show you where it fits. I have some already marinated in the fridge. And you're also adding garlic, fresh garlic to this dish. Garlic is toasted. All right, you see that? That's how it sets up. You're going to leave it in the fridge, or I leave it in for about 2 days, so that that flavor can go all through the meat, right? I'm calling it meat, not real meat. It is vegan meat substitute. We're gonna put this over here and show you what I have that's been sitting for 2 days. And I've been flipping this and making sure that the liquid goes on every piece. All right. Now, this has been marinating for 2 days or so. I'm going to put it back over here where we're going to fry it up. Now, I know that we discussed possibly using an air fryer. Please understand, you use an air fryer even with any recipe, you are supposed to coat the whole thing with oil anyway. So it's very much like deep frying. And you can deep fry and just very thoroughly drain it on paper towel to get rid of the nasty oil. But I want you to get the crispy effect of this dish by frying it first, and then fry your hand at using an air fryer if you feel that that's something you prefer. Okay, let's get started with our cooking.
Okay, Marjorie, Sister Marjorie, the music, whatever's in the background, is taken away from hearing of what you are saying. Could
Okay. All right. So I'll take
Oh yes, much better. Thank you.
Better? Okay. All right. Okay, so we are making the coating for frying the dip, and it starts off with some flour. Okay, 3 cups of flour. Up to the table. Okay, and this is King Arthur's all-purpose flour. Knowing that King Arthur does not use GMO anything, it's the flour that I prefer to use. Either baking or eating it. So fine. Starting off with this up. Okay, now we start the jumping. And I only say jumping because I have it all pre-measured right here. Starting off with 1/4 cup of McKay's chicken style seasoning. This is a vegan special, which means there's no milk in it. If you don't get vegan special, it will have milk. And so you're going to get the one that's full and there's the vegan special. Okay, 1/4 cup. 1 tablespoon paprika. I use smoked paprika this time. You can use just a regular paprika. 2 tablespoons granulated garlic. 1 tablespoon thyme ground. 1 tablespoon, and you can cut back on your salt if you want to just put like maybe a teaspoon. But there's so much flour in here that it kind of moves around. It does not. This is where we bring out the everything. 1 tablespoon ground ginger. And then I've got 3 different ones that need to be ground up. I want to make sure you understand that you cannot find ground oregano, basil, or rosemary. There's a little device that you can purchase with the coffee grinder. And I'm going to take these over right quick and grind them up. Because right, this will be a kind of in loose form. So I'm going to put them in. Here. And you have it. Okay, so that's 3 different things that we rosemary, basil, and oregano. Olive. Yeah. And you make sure it's really good. Something like getting to the bottom of this flour. You know, season it like and however you like to cook your
Sister Margie, somebody asked, I don't know what it is, but the sound is really kind of muffled and not really hearing distinctly. Someone asked, what were the 3 herbs that you mentioned? Didn't get that. What was the 3 herbs that you mentioned?
It was rosemary.
Rosemary.
Okay, I did have 4. I think I had brown rosemary. Thyme, oregano, and basil. But rosemary is one of them. I think I had brown. Thyme, Thyme, rosemary, oregano, and basil. But I'm pretty sure rosemary is brown.
Okay.
Hold on, will you turn off the speaker? Maybe that helps you.
Can you hear me better now?
Yes, yes,
okay.
Yes.
The speaker helps me hear you better. So we'll just work without the speaker.
Yes, because yeah. And if you can't need me to repeat something, can you hear me now?
I hear you.
Okay, and I can repeat. Yeah, thank you.
All right. Now, what I have not done is preheated the oil. So what my device over here, which is a Fry Daddy, you have to put the oil in and allow it to really heat. So I'm going to start coating some of these so that by the time the oil has heated, we'll be able to fry some up. Okay? And we're using half and half, vegetable oil and olive oil. It's just something I feel like it's better to do. Olive oil is super expensive. A lot of people don't deal with vegetable oil. I don't use canola oil at all, but these two together works well for this special dish. Okay. Okay, this is a product called Just Egg. And if you have not seen it before, it is a wonderful product. Since my family stopped eating eggs when I was a child, this would have been wonderful for us to switch to. It's made from mung beans, and mung beans tend to resemble what eggs do. They're a binder. You can actually make a wonderful quiche with this. I've made dozens of quiches because I liked the thought of quiche, but yet I did not like the thought of eating eggs. Anyway, that's what I'm coating the first layer in, and then we'll dust it with the breading that I just made with all the spices and things in it.
Someone asked, can you use an air fryer instead of oil for, I guess, for what you're doing? Could you use an air fryer instead of using oil?
You have to use oil, even with an air fryer. The
No.
directions on an air fryer say you have to coat whatever you're putting in that air fryer with oil, except like things that are made with some oil on it, like French fries. They have, like the frozen French fries, they have oil on them already. If you're making fresh French fries, you have to spray those potatoes with some oil. That's in your directions. Okay, so as far as this chickette recipe, I'm gonna leave you on your own to try it. You're gonna have to spray it with oil or put some oil on it, because the air fryer will just turn it to concrete. That's what it will seem like. All right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. That was a question in the chat. Thank you for addressing that.
You're welcome. Let's get in here. Looks just like egg, doesn't it? Looks like a scrambled egg. All right. Let's get some of those pre-marinated chickette pieces. As you can see, they have taken on a little color of the Bragg's aminos. We're gonna put it in here, and I need to use a spoon, and then in here. I let it kind of sit a little bit so that it can absorb more of the breading. I'll get several of those in there so that when, by the time the oil heats, you'll be able to see what it looks like when it comes out. Now, since Colonel Sanders did not share his recipe of the 11 herbs and spices, this is what I've kind of done by just putting all of these different seasonings together.
It looks good already.
Oh, great.
It looks good already.
Great, great. Yeah, I fried some of these at camp meeting once, and the line just grew. People could smell it outside the building I was frying them in. I'm not gonna double dip just for the sake of time, but you know, when you double dip it, it just gets crispier. Take some of these out. Let me go quick. Okay. So the Just Egg makes that nice seasoned breading cling very well. And then it also adds to the crispiness when you're ready to fry it. Okay. It just seems so quiet without music. That's okay. We want you to be able to hear. That's important.
We're making music with our mouths. We wish that we had, taste of vision.
Yes. Taste and smell of vision. All righty. while you're waiting, can everybody vote on 2 through 4? What will be next? The next thing on the list, which would be
Okay, what's number 2?
2 is Christmas orzo, 3 is vegan banana pudding, and 4 is lemonade beets. 2 is Christmas orzo, 3 is banana pudding, vegan banana pudding, and 4 is lemonade beets. I got a funny thing to tell you. When my kids were little, and it really encouraged me to make a different recipe with beets. And so my daughter said, oops, let me push this up. My daughter said, Mom, beets taste like blood. Said they are made, Jesus made them to help your blood. So the more beets you eat, the better your blood will stay healthy. And then my sons, they said, beets taste like dirt. And so this is when they're little. And I said, okay, we're gonna have to change this. And so I just started experimenting with beets and how you can flavor them. So we've tried things like adding cloves to the water, or just things in general to sweeten them and to give another taste to them, maybe ginger sometimes. But I needed my children to eat some beets. Anyway, they just told me, and my twins are 32 now, like, Ma, we like your beets. Ooh, okay, thank you. Okay, so I got to share that recipe with people who really don't like beets.
Amen. Amen.
All right.
Okay, so let's see what we got up in here.
Okay.
Let's see.
Got the numbers?
So let's see. How many I don't know how to count that. 4, 2, 3. So that's 1 for that. 3. Two.
Yeah.
I believe the Christmas orzo
Okay.
is went out.
All right. You're good. Okay. Just wipe up some of this. Well, I wish you could smell it. It's smelling good, even though it's not fried.
I know, I'm jealous. That's why it's good to do these things in person.
Yeah.
In person. Yeah.
That's true. Okay, I'm going to start frying this one. I think the oil is hot, I believe. Let's start with a little one.
Are you using an electric fry?
Fry Daddy, yes.
Oh.
We'll move this over. Can you hear it? Can you hear it?
Yeah. Go down. Come down some. Yeah, there we go. Oh, well, it's a bubbling.
It's a bubbling.
And did you say what type of oil that you use to do that with?
Yes. Probably my music was on at the same time, but it's vegetable oil, half vegetable oil and half olive oil. Olive oil gives it the best flavor.
If one used peanut oil, would that work?
It can work. It could work. just know, I mean, I don't use a lot of peanut oil either. But if that's your oil of choice, then fine. As long as it's not lard.
Yeah. Mhm.
Everybody does know that lard is animal fat, right? I hope you do.
Well, yeah, they do. Some of us do eat animal fat is our choice.
Okay.
But the healthier option in which you're getting us.
There's the better. Okay, so some of it gets golden brown like this,
Mm-hmm.
the oil, and I'm gonna put it on paper towel so it can drain adequately. Can everybody see that?
Mm-hmm. Looks like a chicken nugget.
It's pretty big.
Yeah.
It's pretty big. All right, I'm gonna put a few more in here, and then we can get started on the orzo.
Oh, someone shared in the chat that Just Aid can be frozen if you find a great sale. Have you ever experienced freezing it?
I have not. I haven't tried that.
Okay.
If it will, that would be great.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That will be great because it does not last long. Once you open it, it doesn't last long after that. So I've never tried freezing it. I have a house full of men. My two sons, my husband, and his father. And things don't last like that. They just don't. But if I get a good sale, I will try it. I'll try to freeze it. See what we have.
Okay, for a person in there that said came a little late, she is doing the Margie Southern vegan chicken, Southern vegan chicken. That is what is being prepared now. And later we can send out the recipes.
Correct.
For this. Oh, they said that you just take the place the Just Eggs in an ice tray, then pop them into freezer bags.
Oh, nice. That works. Mm-hmm. That could work. That's great.
Yeah,
very
thank
good.
you. Thank you,
thank
Sister
you.
Teresa, for that tidbit. Valuable because things are on sale because that can be quite expensive. It can be. That's a good tip. Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Okay, almost done with this group. Let me turn on the water for the orzo.
Someone is asking that if you don't have, a frying, they use the word fry daddy. How long would you let them cook on the stovetop?
Well, I would recommend if you have an iron skillet with high sides, you're going to cook it pretty much the same. Just until it's golden brown.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And someone wants to know, Sister Candy, do you have a cookbook?
I don't. I really don't, because I do too many other things. And so there's so many cookbooks out there. Maybe one day, but just not yet.
Okay.
I'm building a puppet stage. There's so much that I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
That a cookbook is really the farthest thing from my mind. Even though I come up with lots of crazy recipes. Not when I say crazy, I really don't mean crazy. I mean, I don't know if you've seen the turkey that I made. It's a
No, because you was going to do that for us in the person. No, so I haven't seen that. From gluten. Do you use gluten?
Actually, it's not vegan. That's one of the reasons why I couldn't do it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's not vegan. It uses Worthington products. And yeah, so it's vegetarian and it's so big, it can serve like 40 people.
Wow.
I don't make it all the time. In fact, when I lived in Maryland, people would order them and I would make them for them. But then I made a video of how to make it because it got so bad that I was making 7 and 8 of them during Thanksgiving time. And I wasn't able to enjoy my own Thanksgiving because I was too tired. So it kind of gets bad like that when people know that you can do something and they all want it from you. Yeah. But I'm only one person, and you get tired. That thing is time consuming. Yeah. It's delicious, but it's time consuming. Yeah, the first one I made was 34 years ago when I was pregnant with my daughter. I just came up with the idea of, hey, I'm tired of eating chocolates for Thanksgiving or something like that. And I said, let me form something out of veggie meat. And you have to build it from the inside out. So your stuffing is built first, and your crust for the outside, then your stuffing, and you're shaping it, and you're adding legs or wings, or it's labor intense.
It is. And one time I made one, gluten. This was vegan from gluten flour, and shaped the turkey. That was decades ago. Never did one, but my mom used to make gluten from scratch. From scratch, it did. But like you said, it is time consuming, but it's so delicious. And people who are not, vegetarians or vegans, whatever, they love it.
Yeah, that's true.
They love it.
Okay, so I'm going to show you what's already fried. Just as soon as I get this last 2 out. Yep. I'm going to turn this thing off. Okay, can you see this? Let me get this up here. All right, we fried all of that within a few minutes. All right, and that's sitting on some paper towel to absorb excess oil. And you can flip them over and do the same thing on both sides. But this, ladies and gentlemen, is one of the greatest. It's one of the greatest. My sons could come down here right now and gobble this all up. But anyway.
Might need you to have to ship some.
Okay, just so you can see. Hold on, let me get this camera right. Can you see it? I'm going to break it open. And it is steaming. Can you see it? All right.
Yeah.
Okay, and just get all your favorite. It's good plain, but you can get your favorite chicken toppings, dips, or whatever ready for that. Okay, we're gonna move on into our Christmas orzo. All right, let me do a quick cleanup area of where I've been cooking, and hopefully you'll be able to see. Ooh, my iPad got a little warm over there near the Fry Daddy. Okay, let's put this down.
Did you mention paprika as one of your ingredients, someone asked?
Yes.
Okay.
And I used smoked paprika, but you can use regular paprika. As long as paprika's in it, that's fine. Okay. Just gonna put away a few things. Okay, so most chefs say that the water for boiling pasta should be as salty as the sea. And so we always use sea salt. We need iodine in our diet, so we get the iodized sea salt. I'm gonna put some of this in the water over here.
And if I and make a suggestion as well that
Sure.
the pink Himalayan sea salt,
Mhm.
the Celtic salt, because it has more minerals
Yes, okay,
in them. Also,
Good.
it's a good observation choice too.
right,
Mhm.
okay, right.
Someone
this-
is asked. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Yes,
This is the
yes.
pink Himalayan salt.
Right.
Okay, all right, go ahead. Someone was asking what exactly?
Have you ever used mushrooms or tofu to make the vegan chicken?
I haven't because I'm not a real big mushroom lover, but if I make it, they will come. If I make it, my husband and my son and my father-in-law, they love mushrooms. I like the way they smell, but I'm not crazy about the texture of a mushroom. I don't know what that is.
Okay.
It's the same with onions for me. I love the flavor of both onions and mushrooms, but the texture just doesn't do it for me.
Okay.
I have to grind it up and put it in my meatloaf and that kind of thing. I do use them. I
Okay.
use them all the time. But to make something like a fried mushroom, I'm not going to eat it, but they will.
Okay.
All right, so for this Christmas orzo recipe, we are starting off with a complete box because they come so small. This is Barilla, and you see orzo here. I don't know if you're getting that correct because on my camera, it is backwards. But anyway, it's orzo.
We have it correct. It's correct.
Oh, good, good. Okay, great, great, great. And so as you see it, I'm gonna open it up right quick. And I think a lot of people love orzo because every time I go to the store and look for orzo, it's gone. I mean, there are other pastas there, but the orzo is gone. So
you can
have to
do
buy
so much
several
with
boxes, huh?
You can do so much with it, many things with it.
Yeah, I'm sure you can. But I know it just disappears faster than even elbow macaroni. Okay, so as you can see, I don't know if you can see that. Orzo looks like rice. Only it expands and gets at least twice as big. So I'm gonna stir this in the pot. And we will work on the other things that go in our Christmas orzo. The water's boiling, it's been salted. I never measure the salt. I just kind of estimate and throw it on in here. So we don't put the top on. Whenever you're boiling pasta, you get the water boiling and then you keep the lid off. Because if you leave it on, it's gonna get sticky and gummy and that's not good. Okay. And stir it a little bit. All right, so I'm gonna bring out my big frying pan. Okay, I need one at least this big. It's pretty deep as well. Okay, so with our Christmas orzo, if you have your pen and paper ready, You're using 1 entire box of orzo, which is how many ounces? Just in case in another area they put in a bigger box. This is 1 pound. 1 pound. And it cooks for 9 to 10 minutes. Better set that timer. Okay. All right, so 1 box cooked in salt water, 1 box frozen spinach. Now, we didn't have a box of spinach, but we did have frozen spinach. I don't know if you can see.
Yeah, we can. How many ounces was the spinach?
You know, hold on.
10-ounce bag, maybe 12-ounce bag.
Probably. Hold on. It's a 12-ounce bag. 12
Okay.
ounce. Okay. And I hate the fact that I didn't take it out early enough. There's still some ice in here because I have to squeeze out the water. So I'm going to throw it in the microwave for a few seconds. Okay, while we're waiting for the spinach to thaw, and it's the chopped spinach, not the whole leaf spinach, okay?
Okay.
Right. And then 1 bulb, that's the whole bulb, meaning like 8 cloves of garlic. And I sliver them, okay? Just like this. And I have to put some more in there because I've used some in the demo for the chiquette. All right, so you sliver it because you're going to use those in the orzo. All right, and so then you have 1 cup sun-dried tomatoes, and they're chopped. Okay, I chop them kind of little. Can you see that? All right.
Okay.
Chopped sun-dried tomatoes, and then 1 complete can of black olives. And these are also slivered. I like to make them look like big pieces of orzo, if you can. I cut them twice. So they're 4 pieces for each olive. So they're all slivered like that. Okay, can you see that?
Uh-huh.
Okay. All righty, and my favorite olive of choice are the Lindsay olives. I don't know if you have a favorite, whatever olive.
Large, medium, or doesn't matter?
These are large. Okay, and so 1/4 cup original Smart Balance, and I'm going to put that in the pan in a minute. And 1/2 teaspoon adobo without pepper. That's this one. Can you see that? That's the adobo with the blue top because there's no black pepper in this one. Okay. And then we are to saute the vegetables in the Smart Balance, and all the vegetables I showed you. And then we add the drained orzo, and you'll be able to see that. And you can cook and serve it right away. Okay, hold on. Let me get a few more pieces of garlic because I used some in the
Doesn't she look like June? Eh?
Okay.
Sorry, you got a question?
No, somebody needs to mute.
Oh,
And they put it in the chat. If you have a question, put it in the chat. They're asking if the adobo has MSG in it.
I don't think
Is-
it does. No,
Okay.
I don't like to cook with anything with MSG. Salt, garlic, tricalcium phosphate, phosphate, which is an anti-caking agent. It keeps it from becoming lumpy. Oregano and turmeric, that's it. Okay,
No monosodium glutamate, any of that.
no.
And how much of that did you put in there?
I haven't put any in yet, but it's going to be
Yeah.
1/2 teaspoon. But you're gonna see how much orzo is gonna be made from this. So 1/2 teaspoon is all you need. Okay, we're getting there. I'm gonna get this frying pan going. And our smart balance. I like the smart balance that has olive oil. Okay, can you see
Uh-huh.
that?
Yeah.
All right, but there's so many different vegan butters nowadays. So this is still good, but my recipe is kind of like, it must be 10 years old. Anyway, I chose this to put on the recipe, but any kind of vegan butter that you can use. There's others made by
Earth Balance, and it has
Earth
olive
Balance.
oil too. Yeah, Earth
Yep,
Balance.
yep, okay. All right. I'm just gonna guesstimate. A lot of people do measure butter, but I can almost promise you that's a quarter cup right there. All right, so we're gonna here and get these. Just gonna sliver up some garlic. Timer's about to go off because the orzo should be cooked. But before we throw it in that pan, we have some cooking to do. And it's not one. These things can be pre-chopped if you're going to use this for Sabbath or for your special occasions. All of this can be pre-chopped and ready to just throw in the pan once your orzo has been cooked, and you can save yourself some time on a Friday getting ready for Sabbath. Okay, here we go. And I love garlic, so I really don't skimp on the garlic. Okay, so you can see this is about a quarter cup of slivered garlic going in the pan.
Mm-hmm.
Let the earth back. All right, we'll bring you around here so you can see what's going on in the pan. All right, there we go.
Okay.
We're gonna put in our cup of sun-dried tomatoes, a can of slivered olives, and stir that around. Oh, I wish you could smell it. I wish you could smell it. You will when you're making it.
You keep teasing us.
You're going to make it. Maybe for this Sabbath. How about that? Or are you going to wait until Christmas or Thanksgiving?
Well, it'd be good to practice on that now, so that if we did do it, but then we would be more proficient at it to do it.
That's true. That's true. But it's not a hard recipe. It's not hard at all. Make sure the orzo is not over cooking. Got 2 minutes on the orzo.
Do you put onions in there at all at any time?
I don't, but you can. Don't feel that you have to stick to the way I do it. Once you add something else, it's now your recipe. But I just like to cook this until the garlic is slightly soft, not brown, but soft. Okay, 23 seconds on that orzo.
What I would encourage people is that as we seeing you or make it, because when you're first, following something, you should do it as it was done. And then you want to get, fancy and break out on your own, because if you
Right.
try your own thing, it's not going to come out the same. And then don't be blaming her that if it don't come out, because you're
Right.
not doing it the way that she does it.
Right, right. Okay, just about there. Okay, let me get now, instead of a big colander that has big holes in it, with the orzo, I tend to go for the strainer type colander, because the orzo can go through the holes of my other colander.
Yeah.
It can go through these holes. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So you want to make sure you have something like this, so
Okay.
the orzo does not escape.
Okay.
All right. We'll turn this down a little bit. And we're gonna all right, I'm gonna take it to the sink and drain the orzo, and I'll show you right
And
back.
do you, okay.
Mhm.
Do you rinse it too or no?
I don't.
Okay.
I don't. Now I do rinse when I'm making spaghetti. I'll rinse that.
Yeah. All right. You just really gonna have to ship that meal over here, girl. Okay.
That's funny. That's hilarious. Trying to get it all out of the pot. Okay. Stir it all up.
Oh, nice and colorful. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's where I have. Last thing I put in here is the spinach and the adobo. Trying to let this sit so I can squeeze out the water. This is what I do. Just take handfuls of it and squeeze the water out. Can you see that?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you sprinkle it in. We're gonna turn up the heat one more time.
Oh, it's Christmas time.
It's Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
The red and the green and the olives and the garlic. Make it yummy. I'll be stirring this up shortly. You just take out the water from the spinach so it doesn't become soupy. Smells good. Oh, buddy. Ooh. Okay, and this is a half teaspoon of the adobo without pepper. Just make sure that the spinach gets hit with some of that. And we stir it up. It's Christmas.
Yes, beautiful. Looks
And
beautiful and colorful. And one thing I wanted to share with people about food, because when you changing the diet, sometimes people think that when you say, vegan or things that are healthy and helpful for you, it's like, oh, that's ugly. But food is made to be delicious and palatable, and it can be healthy, it can be tasting good at the same time as well.
That's
And so
correct.
it's beautiful. Mhm.
And it's a big switch from just simple spaghetti. And just so
Yes.
you know, if you happen to make this on a Friday, all you need to do is add a little more of the Smart Balance the next day if you're heating it up, and maybe a tiny bit of water, and
Uh-huh.
it will pop right back to how it is right this second. It's
Okay.
finished. It's
Okay.
finished. Can you see the colors? I'm sorry.
Oh,
Can you
yes.
see?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
And the scent is amazing. That
Okay,
garlic.
you got to stop that now.
I'll stop it. I'll stop it. Oh man. Between the garlic and the sun-dried tomatoes and the
Ooh.
olives. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. So now we need the last two. So the last two numbers are 3 and 4.
Yes.
3 is banana pudding and 4 is lemonade beets.
Lemonade or lemon beets?
Lemonade beets.
Oh, I didn't know it was lemonade beets. I thought it was lemon beets.
Yeah, lemonade
Oh,
beets.
okay.
Okay, let's take you back over here. All right. And then on this one. Oh, got a little stink. I'm sorry.
Someone had a question about what you just did, saying, can you cook your own spinach?
Can you cook your own spinach?
Yeah.
I guess so. As far as this dish is concerned, it will cook. I mean, it's frozen spinach. I didn't really cook it, but it will cook in the heat of the orzo and everything in the frying pan. Okay.
I don't know if the person meant that could they do fresh? I guess maybe, like fresh spinach, and to do that you use frozen. I'm not sure about
yeah, they can do
what
they
they
can
are
fresh.
talking about. Can you
Yeah,
clarify?
they can use fresh spinach.
Okay, all right.
Yes, they can. Okay. All right. Clear this away.
Okay, so.
All right, let's see. So do we have a vote yet?
Wait
On the last two?
a minute. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, and how many? 3, 1, 2. Okay, 4s have it.
Okay. 4. All right.
The beets. The
All
beets,
right.
yeah.
This is going to be done in record time, just so you know. Record time. Let me get this out of the way.
We're saving the best for last.
Oh, was that your doing, Diane?
No, never, absolutely not.
Okay. I'll just move some of this stuff out of the way. Whew. I have a sink full of dishes after this, which is okay. This is where having an assistant would help, but that's okay.
Oh, well, you are a professional and you're moving about it, so the other person would just get in your way. You're doing good.
You're right. That's true. That's true. Okay, here we go with lemonade beets.
Somebody put in the chat to see a sink full of dishes, but your dinner is already done tonight. Yeah.
Here we go. Amen.
Amen.
You're gonna get the point real soon.
Yeah.
Just want to give you a tip. There is something called Sculpey clay at the what do you call it? Like a craft store. Sculpey clay comes in little blocks. You might have seen it at a craft store. But if you happen to have like tops of your pot that have come off or broken, you can get Sculpey clay, form this, and bake it. This is a new top that I made out of Sculpey clay because my old one broke off. And I did this almost 15 years ago, and that thing is holding on.
Will it do that for handles too? Like handles to the pot? Would it work for that or just top?
I wouldn't trust the handle because, I mean, I don't know. This thing is pretty durable.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, it's been on there 15 years.
Wow.
And
so, what is that called again? How you spell that?
Sculpey. It's SCULPEY. Sculpey clay.
Clay.
Yeah, it comes in a little tiny block in the craft stores like Michael's. And all you have to do is, make it malleable and then put it on. And then you can make the top whatever design you want. And then you have to put the whole thing in the oven you have to follow the directions on the Sculpey clay.
Okay.
But it makes a very durable handle for your tops that are missing. Okay? So that's
thank you for that tidbit. Yeah.
All right, let's get a pot out of here. Okay, record time. It's gonna be ready in like 7 minutes or less. I'm talking 7 minutes in the pot. Okay, we have our pot here. Gotta open up some cans. And you can do this with fresh beets. Please don't think that cans are the only way to go. You can do this with fresh beets, but there's a whole lot of peeling and washing, peeling, that kind of thing. But you can do it with canned beets. On Friday, you're cooking for Sabbath. This is the way to go, faster.
Okay, but like you said, for those who want to do, they're fresh and whatever, you can always do that.
Right.
And just let me iterate in here that this is not in any way stipulating or advocating that this is the method that you have to try, that you have to do, you have to go. We want to make something available for people who are all types, for people who are vegetarians, for people who are vegans, for people who are none of those, who still eat meat, and that there's something that for them to try as they are growing and moving. So please, if you're on here and you have heard of some things on platforms that this is not good, that is not good, everyone is free to make their, choices, health conscientious choices, as you deem that is fit for you. So this is not set in stone. And so we're not, giving out information that this is what you have to do. But you should always, before making any kind of changes or whatever, seek professional guidance, from the doctors, or anytime you're dealing with diet change and things of that nature pertinent to your health status. So hopefully this is something today that everybody can garner something from, to take away, that they can make more healthier, palatable choices and try some things and towards a plant-based lifestyle. Thank you.
Okay, let me pull you closer so you can look in the pot.
Okay.
All right, because it's really gonna happen really quick. Just so you know.
That.
This, we want to take the beet juice and drain it out of the can. Here we go. There's the beet juice. Leave the beets in the can for now. The next thing you're gonna do is take a fresh lemon. You're gonna take, I've washed it already. You're gonna take a potato peeler and cut some of the lemon peel and put it in that liquid from the beets. You're making lemonade, but you're making it with the beet juice. That's the point. And you're gonna take this. I put as much of it as I can, because it can keep my children from saying beets taste like dirt. A lot of people don't eat beets because it's being cooked and it's not taking away the flavor for them. I'm leaving a little bit here so I can put some curls on the top as decorations at the end. So this, the beets juice, the lemon peels, and this is 1/3 cup of agave nectar. I need to scrape that out. Hold on. Agave nectar is so expensive, you don't want to lose a drop. And to me, it is a great substitute for sugar. It tastes like sugar to me, I don't know. But it's really healthy for you. Okay, so we stir that up and we're gonna put it on the fire. We're gonna heat it up and then we're gonna put the beets in. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Let me put this on.
So if one is going to use, let's say, some fresh beets, then you would prepare them as you normally would prepare your beets and then add them in. Is that what you would do?
Yeah, you would. You would probably cook it in low water. I mean, just a little water, but you could still put the lemon peel in while the beets are cooking.
Okay.
And then add your agave nectar. Once the beets kind of get semi-soft, put your agave nectar in, and you got it. Just make sure you're stirring.
Okay.
Yep. So I let the liquid get hot. When it starts bubbling, I know a couple things are happening. The lemon oil is coming out of the skin of the lemon because there's heat applied. And I don't want to put the beets in until the lemon oil has saturated that water and the agave nectar. So this is how you make real lemonade. Real lemonade is made with the peel of the lemon as well as, and we're going to put it, we're putting in the fresh lemon juice as soon as everything starts bubbling. Okay, I'll be squeezing this. So that's how you make lemonade, from scratch, that tastes the best. When you go to carnivals and whatnot, and you taste the lemonade, and it's like, man, how did they make this? It's always because they've added fresh lemons and the lemon peel as well. Okay. Let me get something to squeeze this, and we'll be done shortly. That should be boiling soon, and will be done.
Someone is asking, can they use honey? Can they use honey instead of agave? And as she said, that you can use really whatever you want to do. You don't even have to follow what she's saying. But if it don't come out whatever the same, then understand that reasoning behind of that as well. And somebody said dates. Now I'm thinking that dates is a different kind of, I don't know if they mean date syrup. If that what
Maybe date sugar. Yeah.
Date sugar. Okay.
Date sugar as opposed to actual dates, 'cause that's.
Yeah. That's a whole different thing altogether.
That's a different thing. That's a different thing. Okay, I'm squeezing these lemons because I hear my pot boiling. That's a big lemon.
Mm-hmm. Is that one whole lemon?
That's one whole lemon.
Mhm.
The stronger the lemonade, the better the beets will taste.
Mm-hmm. Beets have a sweetness to them themselves a little bit.
They do. They do. I like beets anyway.
Yeah. me
That's
too.
it.
Good for iron.
Huh?
Good for iron.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. Here, let's take a look. It's a bubbling. It's a bubbling. Okay. Now we can add the lemon juice. And in a couple minutes, as soon as that starts bubbling again, we'll throw our beets in. And then you can simmer the beets, and the flavor of that lemonade that we've made with the beet juice will permeate the beets.
Mm-hmm.
And you can just leave it with the lid on and keep it on low until you're ready to eat them. I mean, you can take it off the fire really, because it's gonna absorb it within, I would dare say, 10 minutes. 10
So
minutes.
that's what you want? Is that what we want? We want the liquid to kind of evaporate a little bit to soak up in there, or no?
No, not exactly. No, you're just putting the beets in, and they will start absorbing that lemonade flavor within minutes or so. Okay. I don't, there's another recipe that calls for cornstarch and thickening the liquid.
Oh,
I'm not doing that one. That's not
Okay.
it. So when we start making our vegan banana pudding, you're gonna see a whole lot of cornstarch going on. So we don't want it in our beets too. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so take a look in the pot. See how it's bubbling?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. So we know that the lemon oil is coming out of the skin, and I'm about to put the beets in there. Hold on. And it's really not much to see. I'm just putting beets in the pan.
And then how long do you let the beets cook in with that?
About 10 minutes.
Okay.
Okay. They need to start bubbling again. You can be assured that the lemonade flavor is gonna go up into the beets. I'm gonna just cover it, and we'll just let that simmer for a little bit. Okay, so the last thing on our list is the banana pudding.
Yay!
Okay.
Pudding.
Huh?
No, somebody needs to mute.
That's okay. All right. Okay, so let me pull out the stuff for the banana pudding. Just want to wipe up a bit.
I hope somebody else will come and clean up for you.
Would be nice. My husband helped me this morning, so I
Amen.
have to give him his kudos. we help clean the kitchen, television style. Okay, so just so everybody knows, these are the cookies we're using today, recommended by Diane Parker. They are the vegan vanilla wafers, organic vanilla wafers, and there is no egg, no milk. Even though it says contains wheat and soy ingredients, may contain tree nuts, it may contain some milk and eggs, and I know what that is. They mix these things in gigantic mixers, and a lot of times they can't get it all out. That's pretty much what it is. They'll wash it. Oh my goodness, I used to work in the cafeteria sometimes at Oakwood, and those pots are so big you can get inside them to clean them. That's how big they are. You're scrubbing from the inside of the pot going around, and a lot of times there's residue from what they last cooked in it. And that's why they put it out there just in case there's somebody that's deathly allergic, that they couldn't get it all out. So they put that on there. But these are definitely vegan cookies. All right.
Someone asked what kind that you regularly, so just the regular vanilla wafers, which are not, vegan. They're not the regular ones.
Right.
Yeah. So these are vegan ones for those who want that option.
Right. Put two things together and I'll be right back. Okay, these are bubbling now. They're done. Done. I'm turning that off. That's the beets. Okay, and so we are about to make.
Someone asked, can this lemon beets, be liquefied into a drink? You said lemonade beets.
I guess you can, but I prefer to use a actual juicer and do raw beets. Raw beets are wonderful.
Yeah.
They're really good. Okay, now let's get going with this vanilla pudding. All right, so this is the second time I've made vanilla pudding from scratch. There are a ton of recipes on YouTube. So folks, YouTube University, that's what they call it when you learn something new from YouTube. They have lots of vegan vanilla recipes on YouTube. But however, the thing that I do know, and Diane knows as well, is that all, oh wait, look at this. Okay, back it up a little bit. I was gonna use this. Now this has no animal product in it. However, what we ought to know when we're cooking truly vegan is that the sugar, the sugar in this product is usually white sugar. And what happens with white sugar, if you look up the processing of white sugar, to turn it white, they run it through something called bone char. It's actually going through animal bones that have been charred. And I don't know what that process, how it happens, but if you look up bone char, it will direct you exactly to white sugar and how it's made white. So they don't consider white sugar to be vegan because, because it is being run through animal bones and it's dust. Okay, so I'm not using this, I'm not using this, but I'm making it from scratch and you'll see how easy it is.
Amen. Thank you. Appreciate that so much. And what I wanted also to add to that is that if it doesn't say organic sugar, then it is not vegan. Okay. It's not vegan if it doesn't say organic sugar. So for those who are that, you want to know that. Thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome. Okay. So I'm using almond milk. I'm gonna go ahead and use the unsweetened without vanilla because I'm putting vanilla in it. Let me just give you the whole recipe before I start cooking. So you start with a very cold pan, which I have back here. And it doesn't have to be icy cold, just it hasn't been heated. Okay, and you're mixing everything in the pan before you put it on the heat. All right, so we're mixing in seven tablespoons of cornstarch. Did you ever realize that that's how much is in a box of pudding? 1. I gotta do this because last night I lost count. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. And 7.
Have you ever used arrowroot also for like a substitute for cornstarch?
I have in gravies, yes.
Okay,
I do
because
have
then,
okay. All right, so 1/4 cup organic. This is what we use if I needed granulated sugar. This is the organic sugar in the raw, turbinado sugar. And that's 1/4 cup organic turbinado sugar. A scant 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt, that little thing right there. Let's get some salt. And when they say scant, that means you could actually pour it in your hand and try to figure it out. But that's 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt. And then the other thing that I caught from a different recipe was a scant of turmeric to add color to the pudding. Because when you make it without the turmeric, and I'm just gonna put in 1/8, a little heaping 1/8, like that. When you add the turmeric, it gives it the color that actually comes out of the Jell-O box. It's like a yellowish, but if you don't add it, it's gonna be Snow White. So I would prefer the color, and the turmeric does not affect the taste at all. Okay, and then.
And it's a good thing for you too, also put it in there.
It is. It
turmeric.
is. Yep. Okay, so we're gonna stir this up in the pot. And what I have waiting here is 3 cups of almond milk. The vanilla goes in absolutely last when it's been bubbling. Now, the other thing that I wanted to mention is, can you see how it looks? Okay, so you're just making sure everything is kind of mixed up. And you're gonna use a wire whisk when we add.
You don't have to sift that, do you?
Say it again?
Do you have to sift it?
No, no, you don't have to sift it. Okay, so we're gonna put in, let me get my wire whisk. I'm gonna put in the 3 cups of almond milk. Okay, and this is where the time can happen where we could have some Q&A, because I'm stirring this now. I'm about to put it on the heat, and I have to stir this for a good 7 minutes until the heat goes through the milk and the mixture here. Okay, so we're putting this on the heat. And you have to keep stirring it because the recipe says that if you stop stirring, the cornstarch is going to go down to the bottom and burn. So you have to keep stirring. And you kind of put it on low to medium heat. They wanted it on really low, and I said, this is taking a little too long. So I just cranked it up a little bit. Okay, so if anybody has any questions, I know I can't come over there to read the chat. Diane, if you could let me know if there are questions.
I think you answered them, but someone was asking how much of the cornstarch, that's 7 tablespoons, and then how much of the almond milk, and you said that was 3 cups.
Correct.
Of that. Anybody have any new questions that haven't been addressed about anything that has been presented thus far? Evidently, everybody is understanding everything and they're just waiting to partake too.
I wish I could hand it to you through my iPad. That would be wonderful.
Okay, someone said, do you have any suggestions for a substitute for olives for someone that does not like olives?
Oh, wow. Okay. You're first. Whoever said that question, because I love olives.
Me too.
My whole family loves olives. I don't know. I guess you could use something like capers. Do you like capers? They're sold by the olives. They look like little buds. They're kind of green.
Little berries, like they put in there in the tank. But the texture of it, I guess, may be a little bit different than regular olives because they have more of a taste to them.
Yeah.
But maybe that might work.
That's the only thing that I could think of that could replace an olive. But I think if you wanted to venture out and chop up some zucchini, you like zucchini? It doesn't have the same taste as an olive, but it can add another item to your orzo. Oh my goodness, we went to Turkey, and you get to Turkey, and even at breakfast, there's like 10, 20 different kinds of olives, different olives to try every time you have a meal. I'm so sorry you don't like olives. Wow.
Yeah. Then let's see. Someone is asking, how much of the sugar? The sugar was 1/4 cup of organic sugar in the raw. 1/4 cup. Okay.
1/4 cup.
And what was added before the turmeric was the salt, 1/8 teaspoon of salt.
Right. I know people are saying things like, why do they put salt in pudding? Okay, certain things, when you leave salt completely out of, it would taste like wallpaper paste. You need the salt. You need some.
Yes, because it brings out even sweetness, in your baking. You need to, it's the savor. It's the, that's where you get your flavor from.
Rounds out the flavor. Yeah. And believe it or not, people don't realize there is salt in ice cream. And so
yes.
It would not be the same if you didn't have that salt in that ice cream. It would not be the same. Same here for pudding. Okay. This is the longest part when it comes to making banana pudding. Right here. But the great thing,
go ahead. Finish saying what you were saying.
I was saying the great thing is your friend Margie has made some last night, so it would be chilled and ready to build your banana pudding in a few minutes. So we don't have to wait for this to cool. I'm just going to put this in a bowl, stick it in the fridge, and I'll out of the fridge that I made last night. So we can just build the banana pudding. We won't have to worry.
Yeah.
More time. We have to wait until it cools. No.
All righty. That's the beauty of Swap-O-Vision. Just made that up. Someone put in there as a suggestion, maybe mushrooms they could try. I don't know.
Yeah, they could put mushrooms, yeah. Yeah. That would work.
Might work. If they like mushroom, I don't know if it's the same person who said that. Like, yeah, you can try mushrooms, maybe.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, someone is saying, do we bake this?
No. I mean, if you are usually used to baking your
Yeah.
banana, which I was not, my mother used to make, oh my goodness. She made the best banana pudding. She made it in a gigantic bowl because there were 8 of us. I mean, 6 kids and 2 parents. And I really didn't know what a leftover was till I got to Oakwood. I had no idea, no concept, because I had 4 brothers and 1 sister. And that big bowl of banana pudding would be cleaned up in a day. So the question was, what again now again? Do I bake it? No. My mother didn't pattern that for me.
Okay.
Put it in the fridge.
Mm.
She made it on Friday, and she put it in the fridge. And it was just right on Sabbath, just for Sabbath dinner.
Oh, well, I was blessed to have the baking. That's the only kind that I know is to bake it, put it in the oven. See, that's the real old fashioned, put it in there and then make up your meringue. You know, you put it in the oven and oh, it's just, oh, so good. So she can. So this person, if they want to, they can take this recipe then, and they could put it in the oven. They could bake it if they wanted to. Yeah.
They can. They can. Now, since we're doing this vegan, there's no meringue involved. You know, that's part of your history. But the other thing is, and this is just, we're just talking here. We're just chatting.
Yeah.
I don't like when the bananas turn brown. And my mother's bananas, they turned brown because it was the next day. But the point is, my family still ate it. And I make I actually make something that my cousin coined no nana pudding. Yes, it's layers of whipped cream, the pudding, and the cookies. You just keep doing that.
Oh, you don't put bananas
in? The bomb.
You don't put bananas? Sis.
No bananas. No bananas.
Oh, my Lord. Oh, my Lord.
But you should try it. And the thing about it is, you can add things like nuts to it, like pecans. What? You can add like graham cracker crumbs. Just layer it. Just layer it with the cookies and the pudding and the whipped cream. You will find you might like that almost.
Stop the madness. Stop it right now. Because girlfriend, I don't co-sign.
It's going to be a no nana pudding.
You're right. It's no banana pudding because that ain't banana pudding. Whatever you do.
That's why it's called no nana pudding. I see someone writing something in the chat. What's
mercy. That is incredible. Okay.
Yeah. You gotta try it. Try it before you knock it.
Oh, I'm not a believe now, honey. I won't be trying that one, sis. I won't be trying that. That's why I told you that I have to find how, whatever the recipe to do it. I haven't had it over 2 decades. A banana pudding. It's been a long time. So when I make it, it's gonna be from the scratch, and where you bake it, the whole real deal. That's what I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna bring you some of it, and then you can try some of that. You might like it.
All right.
Then you can really make banana pudding.
Well, yeah. But just believe it or not, my whole family prefers no nana pudding.
Is that right? You converted them.
Get brown, and they're not crazy about bananas in any recipe.
Okay, yeah, some people don't like it. Somebody said, do you add lemon juice
to the bananas to keep them from turning brown?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I mean,
no.
That. There's
no.
That. What happened? What?
No, not in that. Like if you're doing apple pie, you add
Uh-huh.
some lemon juice up in there to do that. But y'all don't put no lemon up in your banana pudding.
No,
Please don't do that. Don't do that.
But what they can do is sprinkle some fruit fresh. You know, the fruit fresh, it keeps fruit from turning brown. Like you can sprinkle on your apples, your apples won't turn brown.
And
You
that's
know,
what it's called, fruit fresh?
it's called fruit fresh, but there's different types. Hold on a second. Let me
Okay.
do that right quick. I have some down here. I was trying to look for it. But all you have to do is coat the fruit with it, and it will keep the fruit from browning on you.
Okay, and what kind of taste does it have with it?
Well, it really does taste like, oh, okay, hold on a second. I'm trying to get the actual taste. It tastes, okay, have you ever heard, you ever tasted sweet tart candies?
Oh, like the hard, you mean those hard
Yeah, sweet tarts.
candies a long time ago, yeah.
Yeah, but you don't have to put a whole lot on the bananas. You're just putting enough on there. Okay, we've gotten to our pudding state. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Get our vanilla in there. And the vanilla is 1.5 teaspoons.
Okay.
Where are my teaspoons? They are over here. 1. Okay.
And what kind of consistency should we be looking for?
I will show you in just a moment. I just want to get it in here while it's still fired up hot. And because a lot of people get concerned, does that have alcohol? Yes, it does. But there is a brand of, what do you call it? Vanilla and flavorings called Watkins. Watkins brand does not have alcohol. It does not have alcohol. So
oh, you mean for the vanilla? For the vanilla?
Yeah, for the vanilla. So if you get Watkins brand flavorings, and they sell it at Walmart. I just did not get
and there's also Frontier. There's no alcohol in their flavorings. You can get non-alcoholic flavorings as well.
Okay, so can you see the texture?
Okay.
That's the pudding.
Picking it up. Pudding.
Yeah. Now, because I think it's because it has almond milk, there's a little foam on the top, but that will disappear as it's cooling. And you put this in a bowl and cover it, like they tell you with pudding, cover the surface with some plastic wrap and let it cool with that on it. Then it won't form a hard skin like some puddings do. But you can see that's pudding right there.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's really good. It really is good.
And the turmeric does give it that that nice vanilla-ish color. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. I'm gonna do this real quick so it doesn't stick to my pot. And I'll take this and put it in a bowl. Stick it in the fridge. Grab a bowl here. This is going in the bowl because over so you can see. Oh, it smells so good. Oh my goodness, vanilla. It smells really good.
Well, you're just gonna have to invite us over and do this whole thing so that we can really get the benefit.
Oh my goodness. Well, the reason we're having this demo is that each one of you can try this. Try by making it at home. Okay, hold on a second. Let me just try that right quick. Oh my goodness, yes. Okay, that's good. All right, so plastic wrap. So when you put the plastic wrap on, kind of leave it off the edges and put it right down on the pudding. That's the way I was taught.
Well, is that going to help it to set?
It will keep it from having a real thick skin on the top of the pudding. Because if you leave
Okay.
it with a lot of air between, it's
Uh-huh.
going to form a skin with that air, and you don't want that. Okay, so it's in there. Putting the plastic wrap is right down on the pudding, and you want it that way. So when you take that off, there won't be a big skin. Okay, so putting this in the fridge.
And so if we were going to bake it, do we need to do that step?
I think they need to consult you because I've never baked mine before. They need to consult with you.
Okay, so then I guess no, because we don't do it, because we put it in the oven then. Mhm.
All right, so now we're gonna build ourselves a little banana pudding.
Mhm.
This is the one that's chilled.
Okay.
Right.
And how long did you let it chill?
Overnight.
Oh, okay.
Overnight.
But if you don't have overnight and you're trying to make it in a day, then how much time should you let it chill?
Well, you probably want it to chill about 4 hours.
Okay.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna bring out a little, let me see if this will work. I'm gonna bring out a little device. This isn't. Okay, it's really thickened up here. Hold on.
Oh, yeah.
You don't get it back in shape. All right, this is a little wonderful genius thing that, what do you call that? It's an art as put together. Every now and then these wonderful things go on sale. And I caught this. At first, this thing was like $99. I bought it for about 16. I bought it for about 16. This was years ago when they were brand new. These things were running $99. And I was like, I'll wait till they go on sale.
Yeah, you can get some now, I guess, on sale like $40. Places
Right.
$30, $40.
I bought this for 16.
Where at?
Costco.
Okay. Mhm.
And it
Was it during the holiday?
Yes, it was.
Because they usually have holiday, sales.
Right. Okay. Whip this back in shape. I'm going to put some of this in it. One of the things they were showing last night when I was watching all the different vegan recipes,
Mm-hmm.
they put the whipped cream into the pudding, which is something that I never did, but I'm willing to try it. And so I'll take some of this. Come on. Okay, I'm gonna put some of this. This is the whipped cream made from coconut milk. Ready whipped. Okay.
And silk soya also, so it has a
Yes.
dairy
Yes,
whipped cream also that
yes,
is
they do.
for people. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just gonna bring it over here right now because the cord is short.
Okay, here's another tidbit from Sister T, that immersion blenders can be found at TJ Maxx and Ross as well.
True.
Okay, and they might be a little less expensive there. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Sister T.
Okay. Showing all my dirty dishes.
It's okay. This
Okay.
is. Mm-hmm.
Just adding a little more almond milk,
Mhm.
because it tends to be a little thick. You could also put it in a food processor if this happens to you,
Okay.
if it was overnight, I believe.
Or
that's-
a blender? Could you use a blender?
You could use a blender. But it's all the cornstarch.
Yes,
Seven
because
tablespoons.
it cooks it up. And here's a prime example about when you are making aversions to different recipes and using different products than you normally do, like
Right.
versus honey versus sugar. Things don't come out there. Sometimes they cook faster, they could darken different textures and things. So you have to give that into account as well. Because this is a first for you, isn't it?
It's a first.
Yeah.
It's a first to make it from scratch, and it's a
Yeah.
first to see it get that thick.
Yeah.
But we'll get it.
It's pudding though, sis. It's
Oh, it's
pudding.
pudding. It's pudding. Mhm. All right. I'll watch that later. Okay, let's take you back here. These cookies out the way. All right. I'm gonna use this little bowl because it's kind of, I mean, not bowl, dish, because it's kind of deep.
What size is that? Is that a 8 by
This is,
2 quarts? 3?
hold on. What is it? It is, that is odd. 7 by 5 by
Mm.
1.5 inch. It's a Corningware.
Okay.
Yeah. It's 7 inches by 5 inches, 7 long, 5 wide, and that
Okay.
has to be at least 3 inches tall.
Good. Yeah. It's deep. Nice and deep for a banana pudding. Mhm.
Right. Okay. Let's get a big old spoon, a clean one.
Thank you, family, for staying by. Y'all was really interesting, and I guess y'all can't wait. They're gonna try these for sticking and getting all of this. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So one thing I found out is that everybody layers theirs different.
Okay.
So how do you layer yours, Diane?
Well, the cookies go down at the bottom that we do. Put
Yes.
the cookie down, then put the bananas. You can do that, or the pudding, and then put the bananas on top of that, and just keep laying cookies and
Okay.
puddings and bananas. Keep layering it down. Mhm.
Very good. Excellent. Yeah, there's only 3 things to add, so it
Yes,
doesn't.
that's all it is, right?
It
So
all-
whatever order you want to, you know, knock yourself out. It really don't matter.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Cut up some bananas.
Mhm.
People don't
So
like-
how many bananas for? So this here would make I guess an 8 by 3 whatever dish. So it all depends on how, I guess, the deep that it's going to it's going to be, or how long. So you can use whatever pan. But how many would you say bananas that you would be using for this dish here?
Probably 2.
That's it, just 2?
Probably 2. I mean, Yeah, I'm not gonna
Is-
make it real deep. I mean, a couple of layers and we're done. And I've cut about 20 slices already with this one banana.
What? Okay,
Yep.
why
I
so
make
thin?
it real thick. I'm
You
sorry.
make them, you make yours thin. I see that you,
Yeah.
is that because you don't really care for bananas?
It's that I don't really care for banana pudding.
You do.
Okay, see, I love bananas. I will
You
eat
don't
them
like them
all the
brown.
time.
You don't like
No.
them brown. You
I
don't
will
like.
eat them out of the skin, and that's pretty much how I like them. Just straight banana.
Okay.
But my kids have never liked the taste of banana, like especially imitation banana anything. Oh my goodness. Like there are banana popsicles and banana candy, and
No,
they don't like imitation banana, but
I
they
don't
will
either.
eat a banana in their skin. I mean,
In the skin.
peel the skin. They'll eat it that way. They don't.
Okay,
like,
yeah.
They
Mhm.
don't like bananas in stuff. And
Okay.
other than they will eat banana banana bread. I make banana bread.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay.
Oh, wonderful.
All right, here we go. Let's get the cookies in there. Vegan cookies on the bottom.
And do you put some around the edges? That would take some and put
Yes.
the
Yes. Once you get the pudding in, because they won't stand up without the pudding.
Mhm.
So the edges won't stand, the cookies won't stand up on the edge until you start putting the pudding and the
bananas on.
mhm. Ooh, this is bringing back memories. My mother would let us lick the bowl and lick the spoon.
Mhm.
Can you see in there? Everybody can
Oh
see?
yeah. Oh yeah. Listen,
Ah,
I'm through because I'm past hungry. Okay.
oh, me too. And it's best to cook when you're hungry because things taste better when you're hungry. That's been my experience all of our 41 years of marriage.
Mhm.
I prefer to cook hungry, and it comes out wonderfully. Somehow, when you're not hungry and you're cooking, something's missing. Either somebody missed the salt or something. So I prefer to cook hungry, and my sons are upstairs. They have not eaten breakfast yet.
Okay, so this is brunch. Okay.
Yes. They're men.
Yeah.
They're 31 years old. 32, excuse me. They just turned 32.
Well, God be praised, huh?
Amen. And my daughter's 34.
Mm.
And
Oh, you're that young, girl. I didn't know. Yeah.
and I'm forgetting something. Usually we
Some more
read it.
bananas. You gonna put right for more bananas?
Okay.
Listen, I'm telling you how to make your banana pudding.
That's fine. There are bananas under the cookies just now.
Yeah. Mhm.
So this was just one banana so far with all this in here.
Oh, child, I would have been using more, for me personally, more bananas, and they would be thicker. They'd be a little thicker than that right there, a little bit. Mm-hmm. Because you want to taste the bananas. They're the theme. They're the focal point.
Right. Pour some.
Good. Looks good. Looks good. Looks
Hey.
good.
Now, one thing that I did not do, which a lot of people do, is put the whipped cream as a layer between the bananas and cookies and all that.
Oh no, I put it up on the top, the meringue on top.
Okay.
Yeah, on top. Mm.
Audience is so quiet. I know they're muted.
Yeah. Any questions? Nobody had any more questions. Look, they're mesmerized by all of this stuff up in here. Anybody have any questions? I'm silent. No new questions.
All right.
No, honey, it's self-explanatory. You've gone by it so nicely, beautifully, and instructed. And this even without recipe, which will come later. But it was very good. And they can go back on the it was live stream on the YouTube, and they can go back and watch it and be able to to see what you done. Because I like to go along to see what you done. Yeah. Okay, somebody said, Samantha, tell her not to forget to put the cookies on the sides.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
That's my favorite part.
And people are just watching and salivating. Yeah.
All righty. Okay, let's get the last layer of pudding in there.
Mm-hmm. You can go to the live streams under Woodbridge SDA Church for the live stream, Woodbridge SDA Church. And if Sister Christine, if you can put that in the chat for people. Thank you.
I hear footsteps up above.
Okay, they smell all this goodness up in here. Surprised they don't come in here and invade before you finish.
They probably will try.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Let's turn it on.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I have to open another box just to get the layer on top. Let's see.
Mm-hmm. So about 2 boxes you'd want to have, because if people want to do a little longer casserole, whatever on it, they could, depending on the amount of guests. Mm-hmm. Thank you. It's in there in the chat for the Woodbridge SDA Church link to go to YouTube. Mm-hmm.
Nice. Now, when you serve this, you can put on just as much whipped cream as you'd like on each individual serving.
Is that how you do yours, or do you put it on the top of it? Or
I mean, I can put it on the top, but I'm trying to figure out where now.
just like right on top of the whole thing, and just and brulee it,
just everywhere,
and give it the feel of
a meringue.
Yeah. But the meringue is more authentic because it's from scratch. Ooh.
Okay. Do you want me to smooth it out?
Oh. Mm-hmm. Huh? Yeah, smooth it out and brulee it a little bit.
Brulee. Now that bruleeing may not work. This is coconut milk.
Oh, because
right to milk.
The can, right? So that might do differently. That's right. It's true. See, that's why I got to make it from scratch, all of it, because it ain't gonna be right if it's not all scratch. Because you can't do that. Okay. Wow.
Okay, so I'm going to clear this area and bring all of our dishes out so everybody can see them.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful, beautiful. Um, Someone made a suggestion in there. Break some of them cookie crumbs and garnish it with cookie crumbs.
True, true. Very true.
Yeah, you can do that. You know, you can do whatever to get and see whatever with it. Presentation is everything too.
Mhm. Just give me a moment.
Sure. Mm-hmm. Oh, yes. Beautiful holiday. Margie, someone says, what time is dinner? You are setting the table, but we don't have your address.
Do they live close by? I can give my address. Oh, yes.
Mm.
Okay. So as you can see here, we have our Christmas orzo. We have our lemonade beets. We have
Hey, Jada.
Margie's Southern Fried Chickette. And the crowning act of creation is the vegan banana pudding. I'm glad you all could enjoy sharing this with me today. And hopefully you will try these recipes and more. And just know that you don't have to be worried when it comes to thinking about changing up a recipe that you may have read or coming up with your own recipe. Try it on your family first. No, try it on yourself first, and then try it on your family. And you might have a winner. So that's all I've been doing, coming up with the recipes that I have today. Just try it on your own, and you'll be delighted at how many people will like what you have made. All right. Any questions?
Yes, any question? It is just absolutely beautiful. Okay, back on the tip, down a little bit.
All righty.
Perfect, right there. Yeah, beautiful.
Nice.
Yeah, it really is. Thank you so much, because this is an option, beautiful, colorful, and it's healthy. You don't have to pick up. You got everything. We have an entree. We have, vegetable. We have a protein, and we have a dessert. And it's just absolutely, really beautiful. Something that everybody, a vegetarian, vegan meal, that this was all plant-based that you use today. So there is a way that we can be able to have options. And thank you for sharing that with us today. Learned a lot. Did. Now, if there are any questions, they're just thanking you so very much, and just hearts and smiles and emojis. Yeah.
You're welcome.
Thanking you for that. It was really beautiful.
All right.
No one has any questions about anything. I guess we was doing it as we went along with it. But like what did someone said about doing the chicken using substitute using, I don't know, mushrooms or whatever, but it's going to be a different texture. It would be because tofu, I can see maybe tofu doing that with the chicken.
Right.
That you could get that type of texture.
Someone was just asking, was that chicken double dipped or single dipped? This time it was single dipped. I don't want to use up a whole lot of time double dipping. Yeah. But this is single dip. It's still crispy. It's still crispy and crunchy.
Yeah. It looks it.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll be sending the recipes to Diane. Yes. And Diane, if you want to put them on the website, you can do that.
Yeah, we will. And let them know when it's there that they can get them. But they can also go back. The link is in the chat for the website for you to go on the church website, Woodbridge SDA Church, and you can go and watch that back of the live. So you can get that there.
All right.
Okay, for that. Because it's going to, for the recipes, we'll put that up on the church website and where to go, so you can get that there as well.
I'll try to get everything to you by Tuesday.
Okay, that sounds great. I was trying to see if Pastor had the obligation or was trying to make it on before. I'm not sure. Pastor, are you on? I don't think so. Okay. I was trying to make it home. I was trying to give a few more. Okay, somebody is asking, what else have you used besides orzo?
Oh. Okay, you're just talking all kinds of pasta. Okay, There's something called radiatory and capanelle that my sons and my whole family loves that. But it's what I make with it. There was a dish that Olive Garden used to make, and it was called melanzana con mozzarella, which means eggplant and mozzarella. So
Wow.
they had a pasta that they used to use. They took that dish off of their menu. It was one of my favorites, but it was that either capanelle, radiatori. They look like little tiny rolled up what is it? Lasagna, only tiny. And so you chop up eggplant, onions, olives. What else did I put in there? Zucchini and tomato sauce and little chunks of mozzarella cheese. And, it's not necessarily vegan, but you can use vegan mozzarella cheese now because it comes in block form. I've used that. But you put it all together in a pan and it comes out wonderful, just wonderful. It's called melanzana con mozzarella. Very good, very good.
And if people wanted to go like the rice way, like brown, to use wild rice or brown, rice, that's another way instead of using a pasta that
True,
they could,
true.
if they wanted to have another option besides the
True.
pasta.
Very true, very true. All right.
Okay.
It's been a good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, and so, Pastor, I don't think, have you made it to the platform? We might just gonna have to go ahead on and close out. Elder McAdams, would you give us closing remarks and the closing prayer this time?
Yes, I just want to thank Sister Richardson for this labor of love. Just watching you do that, it makes me appreciate all of the work that the cooks in the family do. Unfortunately, I was spoiled as a child, and so my mother and my sister did all of the cooking, and this just makes me appreciate more everything that's involved. I can't wait now until Thanksgiving and Christmas. The banana pudding is one of my favorite desserts.
Me
And
too.
I'm from the South, and that's one of our favorites. And my wife is going to be retiring in December. And so she said she's not going to do any more cooking for Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Oh, okay.
Now it's turned over to our daughter, our son,
Right.
our nephews.
Nice.
So we're just going to relax and enjoy our retirement and let them do the cooking.
Amen.
But I really thank you for this wonderful holiday cooking demonstration. I really appreciate it. And on behalf of the Woodbridge Seventh Adventist Church, we really appreciate what you have done today and what you are doing.
Thank you.
I'm sure the students there at Pine Forge are benefiting from this too.
Well, they don't get it too often, but when I can grab a few to bring home, they do enjoy it. Yeah. Yeah.
Amen.
All right. Well, thank you so much. And so on behalf of the Health Ministries team, we really appreciate what you've done today.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Our pleasure.
Shall we pray at this time? Father in heaven, we're so grateful for this time we've had to share. And we not only hope, but we know that this has been beneficial, that we can now go back and try these recipes for our families, so that they might have a more enjoyable meal during the holiday season. Again, we thank you for Sister Richardson. We ask that you would continue to bless her and her ministry. Ministries, for she's so talented and gifted in so many areas. Bless her and bless her family. Again, thank you for everyone who has tuned in today and all those who will tune in later because of prior obligations that they had, and they might view this and might benefit from it. And now as we separate, we pray that, that God will protect us and keep us safe. In Jesus' name we do pray. Amen.
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 Thanks so much. Thank you.
Thank
Thank you, Miss
you.
Richardson.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Richardson and Diane
You're
and
welcome.
Parker.
All right. Take care.
All
Take
righty.
care.
Margie.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Right.